Homura Hime. Alright, I'm going to save you some time right out of the gate. A resounding yes. This game is fantastic. I love it. Straight up. I didn't think it would be for me. I don't even know what pushed me to buy it, but I'm genuinely glad I did. I strongly believe this is a special game. It's not perfect, but what's here more than makes up for its missteps. Let's start with the positives. The combat is outstanding. It's smooth, responsive, and just feels good. And when the game throws a boss at you, that's when it really shines. Regular encounters can be a little easy, but the mechanics are so satisfying that it never really bothered me. Boss fights, though, that's where everything clicks. They're mechanically interesting, lean into a strong bullet hell element, and end up being consistently memorable. The difficulty is dialed in really well. I've usually performed decently on my first attempt, and then clear it on the second or third. That's a great curve, challenging, but fair, and just demanding enough to feel rewarding without becoming frustrating. Progression is what you'd expect from a character action game. You earn currency through combat and smashing everything in sight, then spend it on combos and skills. Combos are your standard fighting game style inputs with flashy payoffs, while skills offer stronger attacks, sometimes tied to movement. Skills charge through dealing damage, so instead of cooldowns, you're encouraged to stay aggressive. It works well, but it does lead to one of the game's more frustrating issues. Control mapping. You can remap controls, but the way skills are tied to the face buttons combined with the need to hold a button to activate them can create conflicts. I ran into multiple cases where a skill was effectively unusable depending on how I set things up. You can avoid this by sticking to the default layout, but if you prefer customizing controls, it's something to be aware of. I worked around it, but it's not ideal. Visually, the game surprised me. In screenshots, it didn't do much for me, but in motion, it looks great. There's a really nice contrast between cute, kawaii aesthetics and darker, more unsettling imagery. Some moments genuinely stand out. Now, for the flaws. The biggest one for me is pacing. The game talks a bit too much. It's not heavy, drawn-out cutscenes, but it constantly interrupts gameplay with short dialogue segments. Every few minutes, you're pulled out of the action for a minute or two, and it starts to add up. None of it is bad, it just rarely feels engaging enough to justify the interruption. The game would benefit from letting you stay in the action longer. Level design is fine. Some areas look cool, but structurally, it feels very PS2 era. Not necessarily a knock, just a bit dated. The bigger issue is cohesion. Levels can jump between drastically different environments in a way that just feels disjointed. Sound design is solid overall, effects are good, but the music isn't particularly memorable. It's not bad, it just doesn't quite match the level of quality the combat and visuals reach. All that said, this is one of those games where I came in with zero expectations and walked away genuinely impressed. It's just fun, start to finish. This is the studio's debut title, and that's kind of crazy. It makes me excited to see what the studio does next, especially if they build on this combat system, because there's something really strong here. So yeah, if you're into character action games, bullet hell, or even just that old school PS2 vibe, you really can't go wrong with this one. I strongly recommend it.